My fellow Americans.
Well, I'm not a crook. I've earned everything I've got.
A man holds in his mortal hand the power to abolish all forms of human poverty and all forms of human life.
That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
One day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character.
He says, "Now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds." I suppose we all thought that.
He wants you and I to do a debate. I don't know if that'll be tonight, but yeah, that's what he said. I told him that you and I disagree with disagree. You and I agree with a lot of things, even if we don't like agree directly. We kind of do like agree with a lot of things.
Yeah. Well,
You know what I mean? Even if we don't agree with how we get there.
yeah. I think we both are just like pumped on anything.
Yeah,
We're
exactly.
just like, yeah. Let's lean into that. Let's
Literally.
explore that.
Literally, that's exactly.
So what's the debate?
I don't know. I asked him, and he has no idea. Like he couldn't come up with anything on the spot. So I was just like, all right. I told him it would be something you and I would have to naturally just get into one day.
I wonder
Yeah.
what we disagree on.
I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like we've disagreed on some things.
I feel like we agree on the outcome, but we disagree on the process of things. I think that's more of what we disagree on.
Interesting.
Do you know what I mean by that?
Yeah, I kind of do.
Like we agree with the destination, but we don't always agree with how to get there.
Right. Or like, yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
You know what I mean?
Now, would you say helicopter is a faster way than train? Like a train that can go, like, it's like the perfect rail system.
That's actually a good question. I think it depends on the train. Well, you said perfect rail system, but I think it depends on how fast the train's going and what the route is, but I think a train would probably be faster, honestly.
Right? Because
Yeah.
here we go, we're just agreeing. Because the helicopter would have to like refuel, and that takes a while.
Yeah. Helicopters are really good for like short range like missions or like going
Yeah.
places for like kind of like if you're a rich guy and you want to fly to New York and you're in like New Jersey or like Connecticut or like, you know what I mean? That's like good for like that. Yeah, helicopters are really good for like short range type things, but I think trains are really good for if you want to just take like a pretty good trip.
Yeah, true.
The only thing that sucks about the trains is you have to like constantly stop and like get people on and off.
Yeah, you do. Unless it's an expressway, right? But yeah, you would have to stop. But it doesn't take that long.
No, it's if anything, it's actually remarkably short the amount of time that it takes for people to board a train. It's almost scary because I feel like I'm gonna miss the train every time I get on a train.
Dude, I remember when I came back from Austin, Texas, dude. And I left Austin. I was at the airport in Austin 6:30 in the morning. Things got so delayed, dude. I was doing a connection flight, and the plane got delayed in Austin. Then I boarded the plane. Then in Baltimore, it got delayed twice. And then I went to, and I got to at like 11. I had till 12 to take like 2 buses to the train station, and it was the last train out. I was like, dude, if I miss this train, I'm stuck in.
Literally. And it's just
Great.
like it's like what, a like 2-minute, 3-minute window, maybe 5 if you're lucky.
Yeah, it's like 5. Yeah, no more than 10. Not even
Yeah, well,
close.
when I'm on the train and the train stops, I always think in my head, I'm like, oh, this is gonna take forever. And then it's just like, I'm like, man, people just got on. I'm like, how the hell did people just get on?
Yeah. It's so fast.
Did they just let people off?
Well, it's weird because it starts so fast. They have to check tickets while the train is moving.
Yeah, that's crazy. And if somebody doesn't have like the right ticket, I remember I was on the train. This dude didn't like he was supposed to get off at the last stop, and the what do you call it? The conductor or the guy like checking tickets was
Yeah.
literally so pissed at this guy. He
Oh,
wasn't
wow.
like you couldn't like he wasn't saying anything, but he was like so irritated with this guy's like buffoonery. He was just like, you were supposed to get off on the last stop, right? And the guy was like, what? And he was like, yeah, man, you missed your stop. He's just like, oh, I guess I'll get off at the next one. He's like, yeah, you will.
Oh shit. Yeah, there's like a grit in train life, especially when you take it in the morning. You see the people that take this train.
There's a grit.
There is. It's crazy. There's like when I was going to whatever, I was in the train in the morning, and yeah, this dude's like a regular on the train, just talking to the conductor or the ticket guy, just like they're buddies. It's like, oh,
Mhm.
what are you doing? I don't know. It's crazy.
That's
Crazy
funny.
shit.
You're right. It's a whole life, the train life.
Yeah, it's fun though. Like we need a train system. I think we've talked about this before.
Yeah, oh yeah.
We need that like from Maine to like South Carolina would be perfect. Just one
I agree.
high speed train that just goes like up and down, and it would take like 4 hours max to
Yeah.
make that distance.
We should have a high-speed train around just the whole US, honestly, just going out to like the Midwest. That would be perfect.
Yeah, but we gotta go to war, dude. We don't want to spend money on things that help us.
That's true. You're right. You could do a hard truths episode with us today too, because I feel like naturally do a lot of hard truths in general.
Oh yeah.
So I told you what hard truths is, right? It's like when we basically say the opposite of what we mean. So we're like, yeah, the government's always looking out for you.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Ronald Reagan was the best president, stuff like that.
Yeah. There's not gonna be another pandemic.
Exactly.
And also, you're gonna get FOMO if you're on your deathbed.
You're gonna get FOMO.
You're just gonna be like, oh man, I was just so self-conscious about eating hot dogs, but man, I should have eaten way more hot dogs.
Yes, exactly. You're
You
gonna
know?
when you're on your deathbed, you're gonna be like, man, I ate way too many like fruits and vegetables. I didn't eat enough candy or hot
Yeah,
dogs or
exactly.
hamburgers.
Man, I really wish I ate more of like, just fun dip.
I wish I smoked more cigarettes, drank more alcohol.
Yeah, I should have bought some cigars and
Just went crazy.
I mean, I do wish personally I could smoke more hookah, but I shouldn't. But I
Yeah,
love smoking hookah,
yeah, I get
It's
that.
just like smells like shit after, and it's just like, but it feels so good.
Mhm.
So that's one thing I'd be
That's
having
a real
FOMO
truth.
about. That's a real truth, yeah.
What's another good hard truth? Pharmaceutical companies are always looking out for you.
Oh yeah. Everybody's gonna own a home.
Nobody's gonna own a home, and everybody's gonna be happy about that. Everybody's gonna rent,
Oh,
and everybody's
yeah.
just gonna be happy about renting.
Yes. Happy about renting to Amazon.
Happy about renting from it. Like they're gonna start buying their. Imagine if Amazon got into like the housing market, got into real estate.
Did you say imagine if Amazon got into the real estate, the house? Dude,
Yeah, it's
yeah,
already happening.
I can. Dude.
They already buy big amounts of land. What's to stop them from just making houses that are like these like little like ticky tacky houses?
Yeah, it's like no key, just your fingerprint.
Just your fingerprint, and it'll be logged. And we make sure to bug all the houses in every room so that you can always be safe and nothing bad will ever happen. Cops will be at
Yeah.
your door in less than 5-10
Yeah.
minutes if anything bad is ever said or goes wrong.
You have to your door is a subscription, so you get a certain amount of open doors per month.
Yo, that's hilarious. You can only go outside a certain amount of times. They're
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
work's cool, but if you want recreational hours, you have to buy the plus package,
No,
Amazon
not
Prime.
even. No, even work. There's just because how else would you pay for it? You need to pay for it to work. You need to work to pay for it.
If you work for Amazon, you get free door privileges so you can go in and out of your house at ease.
Oh yeah, that's That's true.
Yeah. So anytime,
So Amazon workers are like the gang leaders.
exactly. Amazon workers are going to be the only ones doing anything one day. They're going to be basically the only ones outside, ironically enough.
Yeah, just oh my god, just in their Amazon.
We're going to see an Amazon worker where we'll be like, "Wow, he's gotten a good tan. He must
Yeah,
have picked up a lot of Amazon hours."
man, that's so cool. He's out at 2 p.m.
He's out at 2 p.m.
He's out at 2 p.m.
Man, he's living like a rock star.
I only got the 7 p.m. subscription, and I only have
I
2
only
hours
got
to
the
go to the
7 p.m.
store.
subscription.
Dude, yeah, that's the future.
Literally, Amazon brand everything. You're gonna buy your Amazon brand alcohol to forget about when life was all right.
Amazon brand alcohol. Yo, that's really it.
Amazon brand alcohol for when you want to get fucked up.
Dude, that's the next. Yeah, that's the next commercial.
Tired of life because
Tired
you
of.
work for us?
Do you just want to give up? Do you just want to be told what to do and what to like?
Do you want to just be told what to do and what to like?
Yeah.
Do you want your personality completely ripped away from you piece by piece and replaced with our corporate lifestyle?
You don't want choices. You want Amazon. You want Amazon to take you there.
Come get hired today.
Come get hired today and laid off tomorrow.
We'll take anybody. We'll take you today and then make you go tomorrow.
We won't lay you off that soon.
And we won't let you unionize either, so don't even think about it.
Don't even think about it. We will find you and kill you.
We will find you and kill you. Jesus Christ. I don't know if Amazon will do that, but Jeff Bezos does look like Lex Luthor.
Yeah, dude, he looked like a nerd too. You know, he got picked on, and he's just like, you know what? Fuck everybody.
He also, I'm not trying to talk too much shit about Jeff Bezos, but he has like one of the, and you know, people talk shit about Mark Zuckerberg, and yeah, he is a terrible human being when it comes to people skills, but Jeff Bezos has like such a like small amount of people skills that he almost seems like reptilian sometimes. Like, so I would like say Mark Zuckerberg seems like a robot.
Yeah,
Jeff Bezos seems almost like an alien.
yeah, he kind of is.
You know what I mean? Like he seems almost like psychopathic sometimes because he like really doesn't know how to talk to people. It seems like.
Yeah,
But it's just funny to watch. He'll just like say the stupid shit, the stupidest shit.
he spent time in like a different planet.
He spent time at a different, probably.
I mean, like, look, he's like the richest dude ever. He can do anything he wants. You don't see him in a suit and whatever. He's out there fucking like going to exotic places, tripping balls.
He's
You know,
going.
like I just feel like he's out there just like I don't know, I don't know. I don't know what I would do if I was Jeff Bezos. I'm sure he's like enjoying it.
You'd build rockets and try to go to Mars with Elon Musk and make your own colony.
Oh God, that sounds terrifying.
That's probably what he's trying to do, honestly.
Look at the picture I just found. It's a John Picard, Jeff Bezos mix. Captain Picard. Dude, this picture is crazy.
Yeah, that one's wild.
You know what it is, right?
Yeah, oh yeah. No, I know what it is.
Bro, it's crazy. Because, like, Nepal's been just killing protesters. The people burnt parliament.
That's crazy.
Just like that.
Yeah, I heard like the Gen Z in Nepal like did like overthrew like the government, right? Because like
Hell yeah.
they told them that they were gonna ban like social media or something like that.
Yep. No, they banned it. And they
They
started
did?
killing protesters. Oh, yeah. It's been banned for months.
Oh, that's crazy. And they started killing protests. That's why they banned it, because they wanted to start killing people.
Well, you know, it's a corrupt government. and they've had like so many issues, and then they banned social media, and then they killed a lot of protests. Like 19 people have been killed.
Oh, that's crazy.
What ended up happening is like 900 inmates escaped. They're just let loose, and a bunch of people in government are just not having a good time. Let's just put it that way.
Wait, did they escape like were they like let go by the
Yeah, in
government
jail.
like to cause chaos?
Dude, people that were in jail, probably from the government, probably crimes, anything, just the jail, just they just let out everybody who was in jail. Complete overthrow. It's like anybody who's jailed is free now, kind of thing. And like these jailed people just they went out and got their revenge. Their revenge. You know what I mean?
Oh, so the protesters let him out.
That's what I'm thinking. Nobody knows.
That's crazy.
It's just
That's
like what
wild.
because there's not much reporting going on.
Hmm.
I mean, there's a lot. I mean, there's a lot of reporting. This is like a shocking picture.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And I posted it on my story without any words. I was just like, dude,
Yeah, that's
to me, it's
nuts.
just like the picture's just like the juxtaposition is it's so good. Like I don't know,
It's so good.
the colors are crazy. But it's like, yeah, I don't understand how our government is well, governments are just like out to kill their own people. It's because they want to hide a lot of dirt.
Well, we're getting to a point too where there's a lot of chaos happening and people aren't really trying to stand for it. So I don't know. These are crazy times, and this is a sign of the crazy times. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, that's true. And I'm rambling on.
No. I agree. This is a topic I didn't even think about like covering, and this is perfect. Honestly,
Oh
dude, like
yeah,
this is crazy.
yeah,
This wasn't going to be talked about today, but not because I didn't want to talk about it. This is pretty interesting.
yeah. So it's current news, you know.
Well, exactly. This is
It all.
cool. So the current government is being overthrown in Nepal right now.
That's what it seems like. I mean, Parliament's burning, so that's definitely a sign.
Yeah.
I think like a lot of the reports, well, I have to like really read more reports. I kind of read the gist of a lot of things, but let me see.
I was gonna say
Nepal.
I was gonna go to a news thing about it. Let's see if I can find anything about it.
So yeah, it's this protest against social media ban grow more violent. So yeah, social media is just banned. That's
Let's see.
crazy. I mean, I don't know if I'd burn anything for social media like that, but I guess it is like that is the point. It's like, dude, you can't.
Well, the reason why they wanted to ban social media, I feel like, is because they wanted to start doing crazy shit.
Yeah.
So this is coming from the Associated Press from Kathmandu, Nepal. Protests against Nepal's short-lived ban on social media grew increasingly violent Tuesday as demonstrators set government buildings and politicians' homes on fire and attacked some leaders. The prime minister resigned amid widening criticism of the country's political elite. The resignation appeared to have little effect on the unrest. Tens of thousands of protesters remained on the streets late in the day, blocking roads and storming government facilities. Army helicopters ferried some ministers to safe places. A day earlier, demonstrators led by young people angry about the blocking of several social media sites gripped the capital, and police opened fire on the crowds, killing 19 people. Holy shit. The ban was lifted Tuesday, but the protests continued, fueled by rage over the deaths and accusations of political corruption in the nation wedged between China and India. As the protests escalated, Prime Minister Khadga Prasad Oli announced that he was stepping down. The president accepted the resignation and appointed Oli to lead a caretaker government until a new one is in place, though it was unclear what power he would wield or even where he was. Wow, that's crazy. Shit's going down right now in Nepal.
Yeah, bro. But you also think about it like, okay, social media is bad, but like what? And then it was lifted, right?
It is bad, but at the same time, it does keep people like connected. And if
Yeah.
you disconnect social media from people, what you're doing is you're trying to tell people that you want to silence them. It's the same thing with controlling the narrative on social media.
Sorry, I don't know
Where-
why I keep disconnecting. But yeah, if you disconnect social media, people are not connecting.
Well, exactly. It's the same thing where if you lead people in a weird direction, or it's the same thing if you mislead people on social media, is you're disconnecting people as well. So it's the same idea. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
It's social media has to be there has to be a balance with social media. And
Yeah.
the truth getting out has to be that balance.
You know what the balance is, man? It's education.
Oh,
And
exactly, exactly. But that's also part of the truth and part of getting stuff out because you need to show crimes and you need to show protests and you need to show all these crazy things online, or else, you know what I mean? It's if you disconnect that from the public, then that's going to be a serious problem. People aren't going to realize what's happening, and when shit finally, and when
yeah. Yeah,
give
no,
me
it's
one
true.
second. And when shit finally comes to their door, they're not going to be fully prepared for it. You know what I mean?
What's the solution here? People,
Well,
you know what's nuts? Like, there's so many like secrets, I guess, like not like known secrets in the government that we all pay for with our like lives and time and effort. And there's it's still like everybody's like clueless on like what's really going on. And it's like, why? You know what I mean?
yeah. Well, I got something for you right here, right now. Whistleblowers detail UAP craft, retaliation, and hidden programs. The latest congressional hearing on unidentified anomalous phenomena opened with a blunt statement that the American public had been denied the truth and that federal agencies have repeatedly obstructed oversight. See, we get denied the truth everywhere on planet Earth,
Yeah.
right?
Did you? Okay, so you did hear what I said, right?
Yeah, about people being like covered up basically.
Yeah, yeah, everything being covered up by like the
Oh
government
yeah.
that we pay for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I'm saying this article is very it kind of reflects what you were saying, but in like our like
Okay.
in the United States.
Okay. Yeah, it cut off when you started reading the article. That's why I thought it cut off.
Oh,
But
I
yeah,
gotcha. No, yeah,
I
you're
got.
good. So the latest congressional hearing on unidentified anomalous phenomena opened with a blunt statement that the American public had been denied the truth and federal agencies have repeatedly obstructed oversight. Chairwoman Anna Paulina Luna wasted no time in accusing the Department of Defense and the intelligence community of slow walking reports, burying disclosures, and intimidating those who came forward. She singled out the All Domain Anomaly Resolution Office, known as ARROW, for issuing a report that excluded agencies with active UAP investigations and ignored testimony about classified programs.
What?
That report, criticized even by former senior defense officials such as Chris Mellon, was described as error-ridden, incomplete, and deliberately misleading. Luna told the hearing that members of Congress had been blocked from viewing the videos and files unless they belonged to armed services or appropriations subcommittees, leaving the majority of elected representatives shut out of the programs funded with public money. She declared that this lack of transparency amounted to contempt for Congress and contempt for the public.
What?
That's crazy.
Just like a secret program?
Like government secrets on like UFOs and shit.
Jesus.
The most striking testimony came from those who had witnessed events firsthand. Jeffrey Nucatelli, a former Air Force military police officer, described a series of incursions at Vandenberg Air Force Base between 2003 and 5, the very time when the base was conducting launches for the National Reconnaissance Office, described as the most important in 25 years. Nucatelli recounted what became known as the Vandenberg Red Square incident, when Boeing contractors reported a massive glowing red square silently hovering over missile defense sites. Later that night, security personnel reported a bright, fast-moving object approaching from the ocean. Nucatelli responded to the scene and heard his colleague screaming over the radio as a triangular craft larger than a football field silently hovered above them before vanishing at an impossible speed. In the following days, more patrols encountered erratic objects over the ocean, and at one point, a craft either landed or hovered on the base flight line before shooting away. Witnesses to that encounter were threatened and told to stay quiet, Nucatelli himself later witnessed the 30-foot sphere of light hovering just 200 feet above his home before it ascended into the stars.
Jeez.
Right?
Okay.
He told Congress that official records of these incidents exist within Arrow, and the FBI, in the repeated pattern of intimidation against witnesses, had silenced many who feared for their careers and their families. Whoa. Alexandra Wiggins, a senior chief operations specialist in the U.S. Navy, provided testimony about a 2023 incident off Southern California. Serving aboard the USS Jackson, he observed a self-luminous tic-tac-shaped object emerge from the ocean and link up with 3 others before all 4 disappeared simultaneously with synchronized acceleration. Wiggins underscored that there were no sonic booms, no propulsion signatures, and no control surfaces visible on the ship's Sapphire imaging system. Isn't that crazy? He confirmed that the tracks were recorded by multiple sensors that correlated with visual observation. He stressed that these incidents are not rare, that they recur in the U.S. in operational areas, and that the lack of a systematic reporting structure continues to endanger aviation and maritime safety. His demands to Congress were straightforward: establish standardized procedures for sensor data capture, guarantee that service members can report encounters without stigma or career risk, and declassify data wherever possible to rebuild public trust. I like that. Dylan Borland, a former Air Force geospatial intelligence specialist, delivered some of the most damning testimony of the day. He described witnessing a 100-foot equilateral triangle craft near the NASA hangar at Langley Air Force Base in 2012. He recalled how the object interfered with his phone, hovered silently, and displayed a surface that looked like metallic paint with plasma or fluid flowing across it.
Plasma fluid flowing across, like,
Yeah, with
oh man, there's actually like a crazy video. Sorry to pause you, but I
no,
gotta
you're
find
good.
it.
Yeah, send it in.
It's a video of like a plasma light going
Mhm.
crazy on a mountain. Like it's a straight up video.
The craft then shot to commercial jet altitude in seconds without sound or displacement of air. Boland went further, stating that he later gained direct exposure to classified information through his work in special access programs, confirming to him that the legacy crash retrieval efforts exist. He accused agencies of misconduct, reprisal, and deliberate obstruction against those who tried to bring this information to light. Since filing an Inspector General complaint in 2023, he said he had been blacklisted, subjected to intelligence phishing attempts, and cut off from employment opportunities. He warned that whistleblowers across the intelligence community face the same treatment, and that secrecy is enforced through fear rather than the law. He told the committee that the future hinges on whether this technology is revealed to benefit humanity or locked away to rot in secrecy.
Following, but it's just tough for me to follow. Like there's so much information there.
Yeah. So basically, a lot of crazy shit happens at like Air Force bases, like across the U.S. And, when people try to like talk about it, I guess they get ostracized. So, this dude who's like what is it?
Oh, I was gonna say, do you see a lot of stars where you're from?
I see a pretty decent amount of stars where I am.
I mean, I wonder if like how many satellites you're able to see versus like, because I straight up, I'm pretty sure I've been seeing a lot of fucking drones up in the sky.
If I were you, I would get I would get the satellite app. There's an app that allows you to see like what satellites you're looking at. That's a really good one. And I would also get Flight Radar too, which is an app that allows you to see like what airplanes are around the area. I don't know if they have a drone one, but that would be cool if they did. It's one thing that the anti-host, I asked him if he'd be into talking about it today, but he doesn't really know if he wants to talk about it or not. But it's one thing that we could talk about, definitely. The origin of water on planet Earth.
The origin of water. Oh, they found an ocean underneath our ocean, right?
Yeah, we talked about this on here.
Yeah. The origin of that. Well, maybe at one point the Earth cooled off and it was ice.
Yeah, but how did all that even get here in the first place? So like the idea is like how did the water, like our Earth when it first started out was like a volcanic magma infested like wasteland that was so hard to like it was hard for anything like water to form and
But it was
dissipate.
due to like an explosion, right? That originated from somewhere.
Is it? I don't know. So there's a few theories that I heard about that like they're the reason why water could be on Earth, and one of them was like a comet could have came one time, like a really big comet, and hit the Earth, and it shattered like all the like ice on Earth and formed the oceans from the vast amount of like ice.
Yeah. Well, that could have been it. I mean, that could have been an element that was in our Earth, and that's why like the Earth became like just far away from the sun's orbit in rotation. It started having like seasons, and maybe the sun wasn't as bright back then, so maybe the Earth was like,
Maybe.
maybe the Earth was like at a certain spot where at one point it just cooled off, but it had all these like gases, right, already in it. And then from where, right? From like where do these like elements come from? But or it could be just like a product of like massive like heating and cooling, and then because of cooling you get like
Like a
vapor.
distillation process, like
Yeah, because if there's fire, there's oxygen already, right? Like why is there magma?
well, magma is just heated
It's a
rock. So
okay,
if the
you're
Earth
right.
formed from like
Ozone.
volcanoes come from like what, like tectonic plates and shit, in with that like magma forms underneath like molten, rock, because underneath the Earth's surface is like magma if you get like deep enough. So I would imagine like volcanoes like are just like remnants of like going deep into that Earth, right?
Yeah, and there was already like water. There was already like hydrogen and oxygen in our Earth, like already.
Yeah, that's true. So maybe the oxygen and hydrogen form. It's just amazing because there's so much water. So here's the Wikipedia page on the origin of water on Earth. It's the subject of a body of research in the fields of planetary science, astronomy, and astrobiology. Earth is unique among the rocky planets in the solar system in having oceans of liquid water on its surface. Liquid water, which is necessary for all forms of life, continues to exist on the surface of Earth because the planet is at a far enough distance from the sun that it does not lose its water, but not so far that low temperatures cause all water on the planet to freeze. It was long thought that Earth's water did not originate from the planet's region of the protoplanetary disk. Instead, it was hypothesized water and other volatiles must have been delivered to Earth from the outer solar system later in its history. Recent research, however, that's the one that I like. Is I like the theory that that water was just floating in a molecular, like a huge molecular cloud that
Oh
just
yeah,
collided with planet Earth and just sent all the water just crashing down at once, because we entered this like weird like um like cosmic like watery cloud in space.
cosmic watery cloud, and yeah,
You know
I
what I
mean that.
mean?
Yeah, through vapor, the vapor that
Yeah, like
right, and then and
our
yeah,
planet just entered like, or the solar system had this weird like cosmic like cloud in space that just like somehow reached our planet with a bunch of water, and it just like came there. I just would wonder where that came from.
but it says water retention, so it says like gravitational, like it's called a gravitational well. So Earth's strong gravitational pull prevented water from escaping into space once it was on the planet.
Yeah. So
So
maybe
water
once
never
that cloud
escaped it.
came, yeah, it just like formed like you said, that gravitational pull, and all the water just stayed.
Yeah, yeah. Hmm. Crazy.
Yeah. Says there is also evidence that water was delivered to Earth by impacts from icy planetesimals, similar in composition to asteroids and other edges of the asteroid belt. One factor in estimating when water appeared on Earth is that water is continually being lost to space. H2O molecules in the atmosphere are broken up by photolysis, and the resulting free hydrogen atoms can sometimes escape Earth's gravitational pull. When the Earth was younger and less massive, water would have been lost to space more easily. Lighter elements like hydrogen and helium are expected to leak from the atmosphere continually, but isotopic ratios of heavier noble gases in the modern atmosphere suggest that even the heavier elements in the early atmosphere were subject to significant losses. In particular, xenon is useful for calculations of water loss over time. Not only is it a noble gas and therefore is not removed from the atmosphere through chemical reactions with other elements, but comparisons between the abundances of its 9 stable isotopes in the modern atmosphere reveal that the Earth lost at least one ocean of water, a volume of water approximately equal to modern ocean volume early in its history. This is likely to have occurred between the Hadean and Archean eons in a cataclysmic event such as the moon-forming impact. So we lost an ocean of water because the moon impacted Earth. Or the moon was created from an impact from Earth.
Yeah, that's right.
That's crazy. Imagine how much bigger the Earth would be if it didn't have a moon.
Well, just measure the moon.
Yeah, that's true. Any water on Earth during the latter part of its accretion would have been disrupted by the moon forming impact 4.5 billion years ago. Isn't it funny that like half of the Earth's lifetime it had like a huge ass chunk, and then it experienced the huge asteroid that just broke off a piece of it and it split into like two basically?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
We lost about 1/4 of Earth.
That's how big the moon is?
Yeah,
That's
about
crazy.
1/4. The moon itself is a natural satellite with a diameter about 1/4 of that of Earth. Well, that's the diameter, so then you get like how thick it is. The mass is 1/80th that of Earth. That's what?
That's really not that like that's
Mm,
like light.
Yeah, that's not that much. The moon is not that big. I mean,
They do say
it's
the moon might be hollow.
that would be crazy.
Hollow moon theory.
What do you think? What do you think it's inside?
I don't know. There was that theory that like one time the moon actually when the astronauts touch down on the moon, it makes like a dong kind of sound.
Really? Oh,
Yeah, there was a
maybe.
theory about that. But I think that's kind of like I don't know. That's kind of crazy. What would be the case with the moon if it was hollow?
Well, I would think it would be creepier.
Oh yeah, it
Like
would
I would
100% be creepier.
I'd rather it be a giant, massive ball of earth than just a hollow thing floating around. It's like that's just like fucked up.
It's that's just fucked up. That's too much, man.
That's too much hollow.
That's too much hollow. Hollow Earth and Hollow Moon? I can't take the hollow, man.
Hollow Knight is a great game.
Hollow Knight. That's funny.
Internal cavity. The most basic version of the theory suggests moon contains a vast empty space within it. Oh my god.
The moon's an egg, man.
I mean, that's my theory that the moon
I
is like an egg ready to hatch.
when you said that, that reminded me of like the hollow moon theory because it's like maybe the moon is sort of hollow, but there's something, inside it ready to come out.
That yeah, a dragon, a
A
moon dragon.
dragon. Yo, imagine we're looking up at the moon and all of a sudden it just cracks in half and a giant ass dragon just comes out of it.
I'd be pumped.
I'd be
Honestly,
pumped. I
like,
would be terrified. I'd be so terrified I would just fall to the ground in a panic attack.
yeah,
I'd be like, all right, time to bury myself. We're fucked.
yeah, we're pretty fucked, dude.
Yeah.
But it'd be like, what if it's like a friendly dragon?
What if it's a friendly? Well, I mean, we kind of need the moon. So if he cracks out of the moon, then he's kind of like he's gonna fuck with us.
But maybe he like just like, oh no, I have a better method of like mooning. I'll
He
control
has
the
a better
tides
method
better.
of mooning.
Yeah,
He's like, guys, I got this. I'm gonna push the moon away so it doesn't harm us anymore. And then yeah, we'll figure it out. I'll figure out this moon thing. Oh, that's a cool picture.
yeah. That's I cooked that up on ChatGPT.
That might be a good one to use for this episode's I don't know. That might be a little crazy, but maybe
I
maybe I
mean,
could use that for the episode's thumbnail.
I like it.
I like it too. But I don't know. Hollow moon theory. And yeah, origin of water. That would be crazy if it was.
That would be crazy. I mean, the origin of water, okay, came from probably asteroids, like you said. Well, like the gases came in,
Well, I
and they
like
just
that theory. I like the theory that like the universe or our solar system wasn't so like calm and peaceful at one point. At one point, like our solar system had like crazy shit coming in and out of it, like gases and like nebulas and all the supernovas and all this crazy shit. Like we have all these
yeah,
heavy metals on our planet. And you know how heavy metals are formed? They're formed from intense like celestial events like neutron stars exploding and then even regular stars exploding and forming supernovas and the energy disrupting and reaching and hitting the planet is what causes a lot of these heavy metals to form,
yeah.
you
I mean,
know?
that's pretty much it. There was a giant gas cloud, and it just collapsed under its own gravity somehow.
You know, or the planet like it came into direct path with Earth's like gravitational like rotation around the sun. You know what I mean? Like it hit it like just the right moment where that cloud was in space and it just slammed into it and boom, a bunch of water just started raining down in floods on Earth.
Yeah, it's a rainy day.
That would, dude, it would be so rainy that it would be like tsunamis coming straight down from the sky.
I wonder if there's an ocean forming simulator.
That would be really sick. Somebody should make that an ocean forming simulator.
Because they make the one where you fall into a black hole, and it's kind of boring.
Do you die?
It's just, I mean, no, because you're already in space. So
It's an
you're just
endless,
like,
yeah, but when you fall into a black hole, it stretches your whole body in like every molecule to like spaghetti.
yeah, it just like simulates like what it would look like, not what it would feel like.
Oh, yeah, that would like completely like shred you apart
Yeah,
if
it
you
just
like got to a black hole. Yeah,
stretches you like light years apart.
yeah,
Like you see your arm light years away from you.
yeah. You would it would basically be like pain that you couldn't even fathom.
Well, and that's like you like you tap into like 3D and then beyond 4D. Like you probably like tap into like the sixth dimension if you fall into a black hole.
That'd be crazy. Imagine, yeah, falling in, you just like, you see all this crazy shit. Like, I wonder what falling into a black hole would be like. They say that, like, you see, like, all this, like, it's almost like, I guess, like a DMT trip or something, right? That could be potentially what falling into a black hole's like. Reality just warps around you.
No, it's more boring than that.
Well, they don't know. You know what I mean? These scientists cooking up this little video game don't fully know what it happens when you enter a black hole. This theory is that it's a whole nother universe.
Oh, I'm saying of like how well, yeah, no, you're right. But the simulator was just like, oh, that's how it looks like, you know.
What does it show the inside of the black hole? It's just a black void.
It shows the inside, but the universe around you keeps getting further and further away, but you
Hmm.
see it all around you. And then until there's nothing but black.
Ah.
But it's like
Mm,
you see the black hole and then you're going towards it and you see the event horizon and stuff and you go near it and you go in the black hole, then the event horizon kind of like goes over you and around you, and then all of a sudden you see like the Milky Way and then the event horizon again, but everything's like stretching more and more as you're
mhm.
falling in, and it's kind of like a loop, like a hula hoop, kind of like going in front of you and behind you like that. And but the hula hoop is the event horizon and the Milky Way. But
Hmm.
then it starts becoming less and less and more on top of you, more away from you, because there's nothing to your sides. It's like,
That sounds trippy.
yeah, pretty trippy looking, but there's no like you'll
It's
see what I
boring
mean.
though. It's a boring
It's
trippy.
you're yeah, you're just like, wow, that's it. It's just like, that's it, bro. Like, you thought this would be the ultimate death, but
You thought this would be the ultimate death.
my point about nature and like when people think crazy things about the unknown, it's like I just feel like people don't realize that like everything's just more mundane than what they think.
Maybe, but I think it's also that people don't fully realize the nature of the universe, so they're forced to come up with simple solutions to complex things like the
That's
universe.
very true.
You know
That's
what I
also
mean?
yeah, absolutely.
Because there's a lot of blind spots in our universe that we see. Like, we have names for things that shouldn't exist. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like time,
Ghosts,
ghosts.
spirits, the
That's
soul,
true. Yeah, so you
things that you know what I mean. If God didn't exist, we have names for things that imply an existence of a higher power, and I think by that very nature, it's it kind of adds a layer of mystery to life, because where did the idea of us even having, creationism deeply rooted in us come from? You know what I mean? Different things like that.
yeah. Yeah,
I
no,
don't know.
that's also a good point, and I agree with that. I guess that plays into what I'm trying to say too. People come up with these like they stick to these like grand, unknown, unseen things that don't exist, and they just kind of like just like run with it. It just becomes bigger and bigger in their
Yeah.
lives.
No, I agree. And that's why like deeply rooted like religiously, like I'm agnostic, because like I believe that like the universe is so complex that even if there, like, let's say there is a God, it's basically impossible to know what exactly that God is, or how to comprehend if that God is like a physical being or an omnipotent being, or if God is just the universe itself and we are just the universe experiencing itself, which we technically are. You know what I mean? Things like that.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say like like Christian people in like the South, if they see Jesus, they're gonna think like if they ever because they already think Jesus is gonna come in on a cloud like floating down like a fucking Chad, you know?
Mhm. Like a tsunami space cloud.
Right. Yeah, it's just yeah, with the hair waving and like the lights and stuff. But no, it's like Jesus is probably like some dude who they just deported already. He's like in Qatar right now.
They just deported.
You know? The
Yeah, they
guy's like,
think
"No,
Jesus is
I'm
gonna be
Jesus.
some.
I can cure your, your sick mother." And, the ICE agent was like, "Shut the fuck up."
The ice
You know?
agent was like, "Shut the fuck up." He
And
grabs
then
his water and he turns it to wine. He's like, "What the fuck did you do to this shit?"
yeah. Yeah, fuck you. Just fucking throws him in the paddy wagon, sends him to
Throws
like
him with the paddy wagon.
Saudi Arabia. So right
Yo,
now
that's
Jesus is in
hilarious.
Saudi Arabia. And it's like, oh man, I was trying to make a difference in the United States,
I,
but they
I would not
deported
say
me.
Jesus is in Saudi Arabia. I would use another country for that example.
Sudan.
Sudan. All right, yeah.
Sudan, yeah.
So Jesus is somewhere in Sudan right now, driving a
Yes.
sedan,
No, not driving it.
a Honda sedan.
No, he's not. He's in Sudan, driving a sedan.
Listening to I can't come up with a different rhyme. Fuck.
Some sets. I don't know. This no singer is called Sam Sadden.
I was gonna say listening to watching a documentary about the son of Sam.
Son of Fam. Some Adam Sandler.
Yeah, Billy Madison's next.
Yeah, Billy Madison, you're next. Jesus is watching you.
Jesus is watching that. Jesus is coming back, and he's gonna just marathon Adam Sandler movies to get up to date.
Oh yeah. I mean, Little Nicky's gonna be a hit with Jesus.
Little Nicky's gonna be a hit, dude. I hope so.
I think yeah. I mean, this is after he's undeported.
Well, that's one of my favorite movies, so I hope Jesus likes Little Nicky. Well, that's one of my favorite Adam Sandler movies. I shouldn't say that.
It holds up. It's so good.
Yeah, it is. I like That's My Boy too. That one's great. I'll defend that movie till like Kingdom Come. You know?
Never seen That's My Boy.
You've never seen That's My Boy? Oh my god. it's a hilarious movie with Andy Samberg and Adam Sandler, right? Adam
Mhm.
Sandler plays Andy Samberg's dad. Adam Sandler, I think it was like a middle school student who knocks up a teacher,
Oh
and
no.
yeah, he becomes like a huge celebrity across like the U.S. and like Earth and shit, and like everybody loves him. His name's Donnie Berger, and he's just the most weird, random like Bostonian like type dude that just walks around, and it's Adam Sandler, and his son like becomes like wants nothing to do with him, and is like getting married, and Donnie is like losing like all of his money, like he needs money, so he's gonna go try leech off of his son while he's getting married, but his son just
Oh
thinks he's
man.
trying to reconnect with him. It's a great movie.
Did he direct it?
I don't know. I think it was directed by whoever does all of his other movies. I that or it's somebody different because it's so good. It's such a great movie.
The cover alone is great because Andy Samberg's face is perfect.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Actually, like it looks like they killed it together. Yeah,
Oh,
that's
they
cool.
did. The movie is amazing.
That's
Directed
funny.
by Sean Anders. That's who directed it. He directed Horrible Bosses 2, Dumb and Dumber 2. He was a writer on these. Where the Millers, She's Out of My League, Hot Tub Time Machine, Sex Drive, all really good movies. Well, I shouldn't say really good. They're pretty good.
What happened to Andy Samberg? Wow.
Oh, what happened to Eddie Samberg? I don't
Yeah, what
know.
happened?
Yo,
Yo, what up?
I thought I heard somebody join.
what's
Andy
up?
Samberg's just doing his own thing now. He still does random shit though. Yo, dude, we talked about the water origin, so you don't have to talk about it. You're good.
Cool. What'd you guys come to the conclusion of?
I mean, we agreed on it. It was probably a space cloud or an asteroid.
Yeah.
Real, I
Both-
think I told him that I think just like it's just like one of the basic ways that like elements would accumulate. You know what I mean? I think elements
Yeah.
are kind of everywhere from the
Like,
Yeah,
Big
they were.
Bang.
They were already here, like through like however the Earth was formed before gravity turned it into a sphere.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think there was a giant space cloud that just moved into our solar system and just rained down a tsunami of waves onto the Earth at once.
That would be cool. Are there space clouds?
Yeah, there's space clouds. There's like giant particles in space all the time that, like people just like can move through if they go a few light years away.
Giant particles?
Giant particles.
Yeah,
That's
that was a oxymoron. Not giant, but
Just
you
a
know,
giant
just like
circle connected
Yeah.
to another circle by a line.
no,
giant drop.
I just mean like an accumulation of like different different types of like molecules in space that lead to like these giant clouds of like gases and shit.
Yeah.
That
No,
that's it. Yeah.
I would love to see a space cloud.
Me too. Like some Fantastic Four shit.
But now that you mention it, like a space cloud, that's like another extinction level event.
Straight up pick me.
Yeah. Well, that's why I said like it would be tsunamis raining down from the
Yeah.
sky.
Yeah.
Tsunamis. Just
Yeah.
giant water particles. Maybe. I really think it's just like oxygen and hydrogen were here already, and it was just ice, and then eventually it just cooled off, and the ice eventually melted into oceans.
I don't know. I think it was a space cloud. To me, the maybe this is our debate, Los, because
Yes, this is the debate.
because I definitely I think it was a space cloud. Like that to me seems like the coolest option too. Is that the Earth just swung itself like in the, when it was in the rotation around the sun, it just happened to slam into like this cloud that just entered the solar
cloud.
system. Yeah, that just sounds crazy.
I mean, you're saying it because it's this your theory because it sounds crazy, or because you actually think it's true?
Oh, I think that seems like the most probable solution because to me, the accumulation of water just seems like it would take so long to accumulate so, much water on Earth. And I feel like, yeah, the Earth's probably been bombarded with different asteroids, but I feel like there's not enough asteroids with that much water that could bombard Earth and supply it with water. And I don't necessarily think that water formed naturally here on Earth, because I think we would have much more evidence of it forming on other planets naturally, like everywhere. And we would have much more like amounts of water everywhere. It just seems like this would be like
Well,
the perfect spot. And I know what it is called, like the habitable zone or whatever, but it just seems like this would be the perfect scenario for water to form if it did in that way. Almost too good to be true.
well, you got to think too. Like there wasn't just rock and magma around. There was like a lot of different bacteria and stuff that grew like plants and
Yeah, but
certain
that
organisms.
all grew and came because of the water. It needed the water to form those things.
But the water was here
I don't, but that's what I'm saying is, how did the water get here? I think the water got
through
here from like
asteroid.
a cloud.
Well, essentially, it all came from a cloud.
That's really deep.
I
I
think
mean,
that it's
essentially,
the two sides of the argument
yeah,
are water came here from an outside source, probably a cloud, or water just naturally formed from the particles, or not the particles, but the atoms, like the actual elements that were on the pieces that accumulated together from the original Big Bang.
right.
Yeah.
I mean, we
That
don't know
seems like
about
a lot.
we don't know about the
That
Big
seems
Bang.
like a
Well, we do
lot.
know about the Big Bang, I guess, but it's like, yeah, it all became like everything was just gas. Everything was just literally just gas, and then, but like, why is there gravity? Like, like what the fuck's going on? You know what I mean? And then it just all
I
collapsed.
think gravity is
The vacuum.
certain rocks can influence the electromagnetic field around them. And I think gravity is a result of the electromagnetic field being influenced by these rocks. What I think we should be asking is, why do these rocks influence the like, the electromagnetic field or the gravitational field?
Yeah, like what is that gravitational field?
Or actually, Earth, you know what it is? Mass creates a gravitational field as well. And that's why Earth has, such a gravitational field, and why it rotates around the sun, because the sun is like, what, like 200 times the Earth's mass or some shit like that?
Give or take.
Yeah, so it's so big that the Earth has to spin around it. Same thing with the moon. The moon is so small compared to the Earth, like we were talking about earlier, a quarter its
Yeah.
diameter, that it has to spin around it.
Yeah, it's like a long, like tight blanket with these heavy balls.
Yeah, exactly. Isn't that how like Einstein or something explains it? Or
That's how you explain, yeah, the
it's explained in a
or-
lot of like different
is
things
that
like that.
relativity?
Yeah, that's it. The theory of like relativity,
Yeah.
where you see the ball like spinning around.
Yeah. So we can observe it we can observe it on a small scale. I mean,
But
we can
that
observe a lot of things in big scale and in small scale too.
but that also suggests too. I gotta say that whole argument about, or that whole like
Yeah.
philosophy about like the ball spinning it like down low like that suggests that you can also manipulate gravity, and in doing so, time is direct tied to gravity. So you can manipulate time and gravity. You just take that blanket and you somehow stretch it farther.
Yeah. Stretch it farther. And the heavier you are, the more you can manipulate time.
Well, that's what people say, is that if, in order to actually manipulate time and gravity, you have to like have something that has like a massive amount of mass. Like that's like the
Hmm.
theory of how to travel through
Oh.
time, is you have to like manipulate like the mass around you to such an extent that you have, I don't even know how it works, but like they say that you have to have like an incredible amount of mass in order to manipulate time.
You
I
know,
don't know.
that's why working out rules, you know. You manipulate time when the more swole you are. I don't know. I'm just making that up.
That's why working out rules.
But
Have you been working out?
no, hell no.
So,
Just hell no.
yes, just mass affects the passage of time through gravity, a phenomenon described by Albert Einstein's theory of general relativity, where mass causes space-time to warp, leading to time dilation. The more massive an object, the more it warps space-time. causing time to pass more slowly in its vicinity. While you can't directly manipulate time, you can experience different rates of time by interacting with massive objects. So, like, this is the idea that if you go to a different planet that has like a certain amount of mass, it might be different. Like, time might flow differently on that planet compared to like
for sure,
Earth,
yeah.
like
That's
in Interstellar.
yeah. And not only that, like time, but like gravity. So like sound travels different, light travels different.
Yeah, imagine if we could travel the speed of light. That'd be cool.
I mean, that would, yeah, that would be. Imagine if we could travel the speed of light. That would be cool. Yes, it would be very cool
That would be cool, you know?
for sure.
Yeah. I wonder how time travel works.
I wonder, I wonder that too. I think it like, that's way above my pay grade.
You know who would know the answer to this?
Who?
Namos.
Namos. I think
How
so.
does time travel work through theoretical physics?
Wait. Ask Jeff Bezos.
Tell me as Jeff Bezos. I'm not. Well, first, your feelings mean nothing to me. Second, we need to really boost the profit margin. Time travel is totally meaningless and is not what we should be focusing on this quarter. That's how he would answer. Theoretical physicists approach time travel not as a fantasy, but as a set of possibilities implied by Einstein's relativity. Closed timeline curves. Einstein's equations admit solutions where paths through space-time loop back on themselves. Wormholes. Hypothetical shortcuts through space-time if one mouth is accelerated moving near light speed or in a strong gravitational field, and then brought back, the two ends could be out of sync, allowing travel into the past or future. Rotating universes. Gödel's solution. In a universe rotating as a whole, relativity permits loops in time. And then cosmic strings. Hypothetical one-dimensional defects in space-time. Two passing each other could distort time enough to form a loop. Cool.
I'm trying to try to find that image right now.
Oh, I thought you were trying to fathom all this.
That too.
The many worlds interpretation. This is the one that I think is interesting because the many worlds interpretation would argue that like the grandfather paradox could be avoided. So like, if you've ever heard of the grandfather paradox, you probably have because I know you've watched Futurama 100 times.
Not that many times, but I wish I watched it more.
Well, it's a good show, but you've seen like the early episodes, I'm sure, a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So do you remember the episode where they accidentally put something in a microwave and it causes them to travel back in time to 1940s Roswell?
I don't really remember the episode, but I'm sure I watched it.
Yeah, you probably did. Well, they confuse Bender for being an alien, like the army, and it ends up being like a closed timeline loop. And what ends up happening is the grandfather paradox happens to Fry because he accidentally kills his own grandfather and then sleeps with his grandmother and then accidentally causes like a feedback loop and creates himself as his own grandfather.
Yes, I remember that.
Yeah, that's one explanation to
There's a similar loop in Dark, and if you don't mind me spoiling Dark, I could explain it.
Yeah, go ahead.
So there's this kid, right?
Yeah.
He finds out about time travel, but he finds out about time travel like shortly after his dad kills himself, right? So his dad kills himself. He finds out about time travel by going back into the past. Oh, also I should mention he's
He finds out about time travel. This kid.
I could have this all wrong in the wrong order, right? But
Okay.
their neighbor's son goes missing one night, and he essentially like finds the neighbor's son in the past.
Huh.
The
Wait.
neighbor's son went missing because he also got time traveled to the past.
Oh, this almost sounds like the tree from Star Wars.
He follows the neighbor's son to the past. It's his crush's little brother. Now I remember.
Okay.
He has a crush on a girl. They're kind of in love, but she's seeing his friend now because he was like all like broken up about his dad dying. He was like gone for a while. So
Yeah.
her little brother goes missing because he found a way to time travel on accident. He ends up time traveling, following the little boy, finds him, realizes that that little boy is going to grow up to be his dad.
Whoa.
Oh shit.
But then that also means that the girl that he has a crush on is
It's his
his aunt.
mommy. Oh.
No, it's his aunt. Yeah.
Oh. Well, yeah.
Some weird
brother.
Oedipus type shit.
He would have an Oedipus problem because like his mom is a crazy hoe.
So they're stuck in a loop.
The kid can never be unmissing at that point. Because he
Yeah.
has to stay in
If
the
he-
past
if he
and he has to be the
saves-
dad.
Exactly. And I think that like the kid knows. The kid knows he was from the future, and at some point realizes that like, oh shit, like this. He kind of knows that he's in a loop in a way when he's an adult. By the time he kills himself, so he's got this weird. I forgot exactly why he killed himself, but it's essentially like having this like dark secret, this crazy reality shifting secret. I gotta rewatch the show. It's
Yeah, 'cause
really
he's-
good.
I don't know why, but like, am I wrong for thinking they're stuck in like? Yeah, he would be stuck in a loop.
So that's the thing is like they can get out of the loop. There is like it's hard to explain.
Are there consequences?
You gotta watch this show. The show's crazy. Like,
Is
the
it
whole
an
point is, like, you're right.
anthology?
Like
I'm just gonna watch
it's
the last
it's
episode.
3. I think it's just 3 seasons of the story.
Mm-hmm.
I'm watching the last 2 episodes.
Maybe 4. I don't know.
Just watch the last episode in each season.
No, dude. The last
Yeah,
episode
you'll
out
get
of
the gist.
context. Don't do that.
I
Don't do that. The show changes a lot.
feel like that would work for Rick and Morty, but not this show.
All right.
I think if you watch Rick and Morty by just watching the first and last episodes of each season, I think you'd understand what's happening in the overall story.
Same with Futurama.
Yeah. Any like cartoon like that has like some kind of story.
Bugs Bunny.
Yeah. Is it duck season or is it rabbit season?
Anything that's any episodic comedy.
Yeah. Yeah, you could definitely do that because it's really just a bunch of bullshit that happens in the middle, other than like the very, very middle episode where something big happens.
Hmm.
But what do you think? Do you think we can travel back in time? The Many Worlds interpretation says that we can travel to a different universe at a different point in time. So, like,
Travel forward in time.
what is it?
Maybe we can travel. We can. I don't know how to explain it.
So, theoretically, in like Avengers Endgame, they travel back in time, but instead of traveling back in time, they travel to a different universe at the point in time that they were trying to go to.
At the point, okay.
So, like, there's a theoretical like thing of like time travel where instead of actually traveling back in time, because time is linear and you can't actually change it
Mhm.
because of like paradoxes and shit. Instead, what you do is you create a branch timeline. So when you make a decision, or when anyone makes a decision, it creates the butterfly effect, right? So every little decision or lack of decision you make creates a branch timeline, or a theoretical decision that you made or didn't make, a timeline where you went off and did that or made that decision, or you know what I mean, did things differently, hypothetically.
Yep.
And you make thousands of decisions in pretty much every moment that you do or don't do anything. And
Yeah.
what that can possibly do is create branch timelines every second of every day. So theoretically, there's other timelines where things are completely different or almost exactly the same. And there's the idea that you can potentially travel to like a different timeline, like in the medieval ages, because that is like, you know, it's their linear time. You can travel to that time because you wanted to go to that time, but by going to that time, you've created a branch timeline. And anything you do in that, say, in that world, you can influence it completely. You can tell them about Jesus, tell them that you're Jesus and that you've come on a spaceship from the future to warn them about like everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You can like tell them that Jesus doesn't exist and that you've come from the future to warn them about
Good
like the
luck with
dangers
that.
of religion and
I think maybe that's why you don't hear about time travelers in medieval ages, because they do just that and get immediately killed.
well, no, the idea is that if they did that,
Mm,
they would have went to a different universe and they wouldn't have done that in our own timeline.
right. Yeah.
They wouldn't have been able to influence our own history.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Yeah.
they influenced somebody else's history instead. But yeah, they probably would have gotten killed immediately.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
I think the many worlds interpretation I think is probably one of the best like ideas of physics and shit.
Yeah.
Or like time travel. Ideas in like time travel potentially.
When you're traveling in general, maybe it's not time traveling, but it's time saving, right?
What do you mean?
So I'm saying like maybe vehicles are like little tiny, somewhat time machines.
Well, I mean, you kind of could think of it like that because it's like when you enter a wormhole, you could go from one destination to another. But I guess that's if you think like teleportation is like time travel.
I mean,
Like if you could go instantaneous from point A to point B, is that time travel?
kind of, because you're cutting time.
You are.
You're manipulating the time that it would take you to get to point A, from point A to point B.
Yeah, you're doing something that could take a week in like 2 seconds.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's a form of time traveling.
Well, you know what it is? That is to travel what the internet is to books.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like you can instantaneously gather any information you want at any point in time from the internet if you have the right, if you have the right resources. Yeah, if you have the right exactly algorithm.
Yeah.
But
So yeah, I guess that's a good comparison.
yeah, it's like teleporting is just like that. Like you can put in the extra work and get from point A to point B, It's like reading a book. You can read a book to understand the entirety of like Voltaire's life, or you can read like, a paragraph about something that describes a particular thing that you're trying to get at. You can teleport to a marketplace in Paris if you want like some kind of fancy bakery, or teleport to a market in China if you want some kind of special noodles. And then just come back.
Do you remember what I said to me is the most likely time travel?
No.
No.
It's like the Days of Future Past, I think, where it's like you're sending yourself to your body in the past,
Like the butterfly effect.
like the
Like the
butterfly
movie.
effect.
That more so the movie than the theory.
So
More so
that
than
was
Or-
just kind of felt like it made the most sense to me. Not that it does make any more sense than like a time travel machine or whatever the fuck.
Yeah,
But
it just makes sense from like a psychological point of view.
this is in that book that the creator of our reality made it so that things change. It's not that time's passing. Time doesn't exist.
right.
There is no time traveling. There is no time. Entropy is not time. Entropy is a creation of our reality. Is part of our reality,
Mm-hmm.
which was created. This is going along with creationism, so just follow along for the ride.
Yeah.
So time doesn't exist. The creator of the reality just made it seem like things.
And I just want to preface, you're talking about the Book of Valis too, right?
Yes, not the Book of Valis. It's called Valis.
Yeah, well, the book called Valis. I
The
just
book called
thought of that
Valis.
because of the YouTube channel, but yeah, go ahead.
I know. Good guy.
Yeah.
When it comes to time travel, what you're doing, everything's happening at the same time. Like there is no time. It's just that like we've essentially been made in a way where we can't perceive everything else that is happening at the same time. We can only perceive literally what's in front of us and what's happening in this moment.
Yes. Go on.
And correct me if anybody knows Valis better than I do. I just audiobooked it. Correct me if I'm wrong, please. But we all have plasmates in our head that are essentially like, it's not even like our soul. It's more like, it's like this being that's like older than us. Maybe it is our soul, but it's been in other physical bodies before, and
Like
that's kind of like
Scientology.
what it's more tied. It's almost more tied into DNA memory. Like so, it's more tied to like your heritage and like your lineage.
Yeah.
Like the Animus from Assassin's Creed.
Exactly.
It's like it's the thing that makes us want to reproduce so it can keep alive.
So
Okay.
When you time travel in that idea, you're not really traveling through time. Your plasmate is able to perceive everything at once for a moment, and your fragile human body created by the evil creator, I should also not exactly evil, but like the messed up creator, because this is tied into Gnosticism, in that like the messed up creator is insane and has like just put crazy rules on our reality, and that there's actually another half that's like the yin and yang. It's kind of not exactly Gnosticism, because like God is everything at once, but it kind of slips. The Valis starts to slip into this idea that there's like a secondary thing like the creator deity that's not evil, and it's kind of outside of reality coming in. It's the intruder to our reality, because like your body's not meant for it. It's more like something that the strange alien plasmate that's within our brains that controls all of us is better at understanding. And that thing's pretty much like playing a game where it's being a human. So it's not really meant to do that either. But like our human selves can like fucking resonate with our plasmates and kind of like become one in a way, so that we can get a peek at the other side.
I gotta look into plasmates.
Plasmates, plasmoids.
That's from the book called Valis by Philip K. Dick. It's the same guy who wrote the original book for the movie Blade Runner.
Oh, okay.